Hola and welcome to my kitchen, and I am Lindita. Today we're going to be making some chiles rellenos. Have you ever heard of those? Of course you have, and I'm going to show you how to make them. So the first step is, of course, your tomatoes, because I'm making them with Linditas. Linditas way. So I'm going to add 1 packet of Linditas, 1 ounce pack of the mild or hot, and I'm going to go ahead and go with the hot, okay, just because I am a hot girl and I love it on the spice side. So we're gonna mix all these up, all these tomatoes. Mira, we're gonna mix it up just like that. And I'm gonna set it aside because I've got my poblano pepper and it's ready to get roasted. So let's head over there and get them roasted. For this recipe, you're gonna need 6 poblano peppers. I've already gone ahead and roasted 5 on my grill. And this is another option. And all you do is just let it go. You never remove the stem because you're gonna need that to flip things around, okay? So let's get it roasted. So I'm gonna flip this, and this is what you'd like to get. And we're gonna do this a couple of times and you'll see the end result. Yeah, this is almost done. See, sometimes it'll split open, and that's okay, you know, because that'll just give you the opening, because we have to remove the seeds. And then if it's too wide, then you can also use a toothpick to keep everything together, but we'll see how it goes. Oh yeah, look at that. Perfect. All right, I'm gonna turn this off and I'm gonna throw it in my bag that's been steaming with the other 5. Perfect. And that's gonna steam for about, 10 to 15 minutes. So we'll let that go and we'll get started on our sauce. So I've gone ahead and added the other poblano pepper that I roasted with the other 5. And look how steamy the bag is right there. And that's what you want, because you want it to steam out, and you can peel it. It's easier and faster. So we're gonna set this aside and we're gonna start on our sauce. Okay, so our sauce, you're gonna need 2 cloves, and I love garlic, so I'm gonna add 2 cloves to this. And the onion, you can use 1/4 to 1/2, and I'm gonna go ahead and use almost like a little half. Okay, we're gonna just chop it, just toss it a couple times there, cut it across. And then on our tomatoes, I love to core them, and I found this, it's a little technique that I found that it works really well. So you want to core the little top, la cabecita, as my mom would say. So you want to take it on, look how easy and look how pretty. So we're gonna go ahead, we're gonna add this to our blender. I'm gonna 1/4 it, just make it a little easier. And that's 3 medium. Or I should say large, because these are kind of large tomatoes. Okay, makes it easier. Okay. Now we put the lid on it, and guess what we're gonna do? A little on the puree side, so let me just check. I think you got it. Okay, so now we're gonna take our blender, all our ingredients here, we're gonna take them over to the stove and cook them up. Okay, so I've got my heat onto like a medium heat. I'm gonna add 1 teaspoon of the olive oil. I'm gonna let that warm up, swirl it around like that. I'll let it cook up. Okay, so I've got my tomato base, my sauce ready to go. So I'm just mixing this up a little bit more so we get it all in there. Well, that feels good. It's nice and warm. Okay, so we're gonna add our tomato Let's see. Perfect. Scoop it all out. It's pretty light right now, but as you can see, it's already turning color. Oh yeah. We're gonna add 1 teaspoon of your kosher salt and a half a teaspoon of the black pepper, and it's the coarse black pepper. I like that better. Mix that up. And now we're gonna add 2 bay leaves. Right in there. And let's just bring it to a boil. Crank that baby up. Okay. Oh, Give it a stir, because you have it on high, and you want to bring it into a nice boil. Okay, so now that it's at a nice boil, I'm going to go ahead and reduce this down to like a medium heat for about 15 minutes. Okay, and we're going to put a little cover on it and let it go. Check the sauce. Ooh la la. Oh, nice. This is perfect. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to just leave the cover off and turn this off just like that. And it'll just thicken up a little bit more on its own. Okay? So now let's go over here to the pepper. Our peppers. And so what I did is, as you can see, the peeling, you can either take a paper towel as well and help peel it off. Just like that. Helps. You could use your fingers too. And flip it over on this side. Oh, maybe I'll just use a sink here. Beautiful. So you just want to get that waxy part off the best that you can. It's not going to hurt if you don't. So, and if you need to, you can also use a little knife to help it along, like that. Okay. Now the seeds have to come out, right? So you can pick out what side you want to open. Okay, so, oh, that one's already open. See, it's already doing it for me. So I'm gonna go ahead and just open it up a little. I might use my knife a little bit, just to help it out. And we're gonna take out the seeds and the little membrane that's in there. So go to the top here and just remove as much as you can. Perfect. And if you leave some seeds in there, it's not going to hurt it. Actually, it gives it a little nice flavor. So perfect. Okay, so let's get ready to stuff them. That looks pretty darn good. As you know, I turned off my sauce and it was cooking for over a little 15 minutes or so. So I took off the lid and it's just ready. It's cooking on its own now. And now we're gonna start it on our cheese process. We're gonna start stuffing. And what I'm using is Oaxaca cheese. And this is one of my favorites, a melting cheese. You can use Chihuahua, you can use anything, or a Monterey Jack. But if you do, make sure it's fresh. And that's what you want for this recipe. You want to be able to use the fresh cheeses, and it just blends in so much better. So this is 10 ounces, and you may need more depending on how big your peppers are. It's all in size, you know. So I'm gonna go ahead and just shred this up, just like this. I gotta be careful here. Beautiful. So what we're gonna do is I'll move this aside over here, and I'm gonna just scoop all my cheese in my bowl. I see. And I added, you know, as at the beginning of the show, I added 1 package of Linditas, and I'm using the hot because I love it more on the spicy side, but you can go with a mild as well. So I used 3 medium-sized tomatoes, and it's ready to fill. I'm gonna throw in some to my cheese here. And you can add as much as you want to it. I just want it for flavor and color. So I'm gonna go ahead and just add a couple tablespoons and see what that looks like. Like I said, I do like my salsa. Yeah. And it's got a nice flavor and color. I'm gonna add some more, and if you have any left over, hey, you know, you can have it with your chips. Add it to your eggs for huevos rancheros también. You can do that. Perfect. Mira. As much as you want. So, I'm gonna set this aside. Grab my little chiles here. Just like that. Let me grab another spoon here. Or you can use your fingers as well. Okay. So I'm gonna stuff them, and you can crunch it up a little bit like that. Squeeze the flavors together. We're gonna stuff these babies. You can't really overstuff them because they're so good. Yes, just like that. And I'm gonna start setting them over here on the side, and then we'll get ready to put a little base on them, a little flour base, okay? I'll show you how to do it. Oh yeah, this is the last one. So it's perfect. All worked out really well for this recipe. Fill that baby up. You know, the cheese is gonna melt really nice once we get it into the oil. So next, what we wanna do, get every bit of it. There's a little bit left there. Okay, we'll squeeze it on there. Beautiful. Now, we're gonna go ahead and start with our first one. Drop it in the flour, and I use about a cup of the flour. All purpose. Get it nice and coated like that. And we'll just repeat the process. So now we're gonna start on our batter. So I've got 5 eggs. I'm gonna add 1 more. And we're gonna separate the yolk and the whites, just like that. Perfect. Now we're gonna add that with the rest. So I got 5, now it's 6. So we're gonna add a little bit of salt, and I did about a half a teaspoon of salt. And we're gonna beat it for 3 minutes. Just like that. Whoa. Whoa, let's check this out. Perfect. See those little peaks? Just like that. So now what we want to do is add 3 tablespoons of the flour. All-purpose flour is what I'm using. Sprinkle that in. And then our eggs. Now we're just gonna mix it up until it's all blended together, okay? So let's do it. Woo! Now our batter is done. So the next step is dipping and cooking. Now we go back this way. So now, look how beautiful, they're all powdered. A little flour there, we're gonna drop them in the batter. Just like that. That's why you wanna keep the little tail up on there. So now we're gonna drop it just like that. Perfect. I'm gonna turn up the heat a little bit more. Let them go, yeah. So meanwhile, I'm gonna try to get this other one in there. Perfect. Let those go for about 2 minutes. Let them cook up. It's been a little over 2 minutes. So now let's try to flip these. Nice and easy. Just like that, perfect. Oh yeah. Oh, yum. We're gonna let these go for another 2 minutes, and I use the canola oil. And if you take one of the large containers of the oil, just fill up your pan, like halfway the way I did there. Okay, so we're gonna let those cook up for another 2 minutes. Yeah, and then we'll start on the next group. Okay, now they're ready to take off. It's been almost 2 minutes on this side. The oil was already hot, so hotter. So we'll start on the next batch. It'll go faster. Okay? Perfect. So let's get started on the next group. Dip them in the batter. This will go a little bit faster now. Okay. Cover it up a little bit, all the edges. Voila. These are ready. Ooh, mira tan bonitos. They're so beautiful. These are done. Oh, yeah. I'll move this one over. And voila. Beautiful. I'm going to turn this off. Yep. Ay, ay, ay. Let's serve it up. It's ready. Chile Rellenos. Couldn't get any easier than this. Look how beautiful. And with the sauce, just add it on the bottom, or you can smother it, or just have it plain. You can even add a little bit of sour cream to it, which I do. And I just put a little dab on it, just like that. Oh, beautiful. For all these recipes, just go to linditasalsa.com, and I hope you enjoy all. Thank you so much for joining me here today. Until next time, salud mis amigos. Enjoy.